It's time for Food Adventure Program for Awesome People!
The Meat Soup Edition.
So for those of you that didn't see our wank last week, we're actually putting it on hold for maybe like another week or so because I injured my ankle saving puppies from a burning building.
Actually, she broke her ankle by dancing like a dummy.
That's not true.
Okay, not that much of a dummy. Anyhow, wanking takes a lot of walking and we have to carry our equipment everywhere and Martina can barely move, so we're gonna have to wait until she's fully walkable again.
I am like weak puppy. Like weak puppy kitten.
What's with your
take care
puppies?
Of me.
Saving puppies, being like weak puppies?
Because I like puppies. Anyhow, so we decided that we don't want to give up on the wanks for now, so instead we're going to go to a restaurant that's nearby our home, which doesn't take a lot of effort for me, and we're going to enjoy some delicious Korean food and show you guys all about it.
So instead of wanking, we're going to be fapping.
No, we're going to be fap-fapping, the food adventure program for awesome people. It's the fap-fap.
And now we go. Racy there. Last one there's the rotten egg.
That's not the heck.
Hey, what's that you have in your hand there?
Oh, this is my glove plus sock combination because after day 45 of using crutches, I'm starting to get like horrible bruised palms, even though I wrapped oven mittens around my things. So I've got socks and I've got my gloves and I'm ready to go.
Look at you with your poor little crippled hands.
When I eat chopsticks, I feel like that scene from Kill Bill.
You know what's the best part? Doing this. Squeezing your hands.
So we decided to go to a Korean traditional restaurant today.
In fact, it's even called Korean Traditional Restaurants.
Now, when we usually come here, it's just us when it comes to foreigners or like older generation.
I've never seen another foreigner here apart from
Yeah.
those that we've invited.
Yeah, and I think it's because it's Korean traditional restaurant. And so it can be kind of scary, I think. Like once you've got to know Korean food, then you know what to expect. But if you don't, usually a lot of the menus are in completely Korean.
It's fully Korean.
Yeah, and the soups aren't something that necessarily look like easy to understand.
Yeah.
what
You look
to
at the
do.
picture and it just looks like a bowl of mess and you have no idea what it's going to be.
Bowl of delicious hot mess.
Some of this mess is awesomely delicious. We've had others that haven't been all too good. Like one of them was covered in like a thin, soggy seaweed mush.
It was like a gelatinous seaweed, like someone had just taken fresh out of the ocean, and so the whole thing was like probably 25%.
It looks like a whale's booger.
Jelly
and it had
seaweed.
Like the consistency of it as well.
Yeah, so we have
because I've
problems
eaten
with
many
that.
whale boogers before.
You have in your time, yes.
I know.
Now, when it comes to the meat that you're dealing with here, this is definitely not vegetarian safe because
No.
even the broth is made out of like stewed bones. So the broth will look kind of milky, but it's made from like beef bones or like pork bones. So vegetarians, let's do the traditional ande, don't come here. But if you're a meat eater, oh, they've got meat.
Now some of this is a little bit odd. Like you'll find like the joint tendons and like
Yeah,
the
here.
ox ankles and it's like elbows and stuff like that. And supposedly it has a lot of flavor to it, but we don't like it because it's really like chewy. And I like my meat just to be like a clean cut piece of meat. I bite into it, my teeth go through fine. I don't want like bubblegum meat.
Yeah, it tastes really good. Like it does have a great flavor to it, but I'm just not used to the texture. Almost like a firm jelly. It's like you took a jelly and like you sliced it and okay, well, Simon hasn't had it before, but it's amazing different cultures have different things to do with their food, right?
It is amazing, Martina. Thank you for being so open-minded, tourist
The more
lady.
we learn. No. It's like a star goes across the screen. Okay.
Galbijim Deokbaegi 하고 왕만두 Seolleontang. I did a good job.
Good job, mister. Now, this is one of our favorite parts coming to this restaurant. They actually come with like unlimited kimchi. It goes on forever and ever. Oh. And it's not just like store-bought bagged kimchi with no flavor. This is homemade kimchi, and after you've been eating kimchi for a long time, you can tell the difference. The second kimchi is a radish kimchi. It's like that huge, white, gigantic radish, and they marinate it in kind of like a vinegar similar to the kimchi that we're eating now. Don't forget to eat your kimchi, ladies and gentlemen.
So we got our food finally. This is wonderful. I wish you could smell this stuff.
So good. So I ordered the Seolleontang. And And basically, wangmandu just means a gigantic mandu, so like a steamed dumpling. It does come with like pork inside of it, so once again, vegetarians know. And Seolleontang is actually a soup that's been made out of like simmered ox bones, and it's been simmered for hours and hours and hours, which is why my soup is all like milky looking. And you actually season it yourself at the table, so it's kind of bland, and you add salt or hot pepper flakes and pepper. And other than that, you eat it with rice, and oh my god.
I got a Galbijim Deokbaegi. So this is like a little soup broth, and I got these beautiful cuts of beef that if you just take a look at it, it's like barely hanging on to each other, falling off the bones.
It's really like a stew, right?
It's such a manly meat soup.
Meat soup? That sounds awful.
Look,
Meat soup sounds disgusting.
we have meat, you make soup. That's easy to what you call the meat soup, okay?
What part of the animal is your meat from?
I think it's from the cow part.
Okay, so it's from a cow.
No, it's from ribs. Like, I'm sure that these are like ribs. Also, they gave us a little like mustard / soy sauce kind of thing here. So when you pick your meat, you can dip it in there and give it a little bit more flavor.
I think it might have like a little bit of a wasabi zing in there as well. Okay, we're gonna eat.
Food porn parts.
Oh man, that was so delicious. I'm completely stuffed. I feel like warm and fuzzy in my tummy.
I'm gonna
sleep. Wait, we gotta say bye before we make a sleep. That's it for this week's Fat Fat. Hopefully I'll be up and walking soon so that we continue with our wanking specials, but for now, we're just gonna be doing some foods.
Make a sleep.